Interlaken, a vibrant town perfectly positioned between the turquoise waters of Lake Thun and Lake Brienz, is widely considered the adventure capital of Switzerland. Its name literally translates to "between lakes," but it is the vertical world surrounding Interlaken that truly takes your breath away. Nestled in the heart of the Bernese Oberland, the town is framed by the big three, the Aare, Munch, and Jungfrau peaks, which create a skyline unlike any other on Earth. Whether you're here to paraglide over the Aare River, watch the sunset from Harderkulm, or simply soak in the alpine atmosphere while wandering through the Hohematte Park, the real magic of this region is unlocked when you venture just a little bit further into the surrounding valleys and mountaintops. Get ready, because Interlaken serves as the ultimate gateway to some of the most spectacular landscapes on the planet, and we've mapped out the absolute best ways to see them. But before we dive into these incredible Swiss destinations, we have a quick favor to ask. If you're a fan of breathtaking views and want to discover more hidden gems around the world, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It helps us keep the channel growing. And for the comments today, if you could live in any mountain village in the world, which one would it be and why? Let us know below. We love reading your picks. And now, let's begin our Swiss journey. One, Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe. Our first unmissable destination is the legendary Jungfraujoch, famously known as the top of Europe. Standing at a staggering 3,454 meters above sea level, it is home to the highest railway station in Europe and offers a high-alpine world of eternal ice, snow, and jagged rock. This isn't just a viewpoint. It's a journey into a different realm where the air is crisp, thin, and pure. To get there, your adventure begins at Interlaken Ost Station. The most modern and spectacular way to make the ascent is by taking the train to the Grindelwald terminal and hopping on the revolutionary Eiger Express trickable gondola. This state-of-the-art lift whisks you up to the Eiger Gletscher station in record time, offering floor-to-ceiling glass views of the Eiger North Face along the way. From there, you board the classic cogwheel train for the final, historic stretch that tunnels directly through the solid rock of the Eiger and Mönch mountains. The total journey takes about an hour and 40 minutes, but every second is filled with anticipation. Even in the height of summer, temperatures at the summit remain around freezing. Make sure to dress in layers and bring sunglasses, as the glare off the Aletsch Glacier is incredibly intense. Also, try to book the first train of the morning to beat the large tour groups and enjoy the Sphinx Observatory in relative peace. Once you reach the summit, the Sphinx Observatory provides a 360-degree panoramic view of the Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps and a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can walk through the shimmering tunnels of the Ice Palace, carved directly into the glacier, or step out onto the plateau for a walk in the year-round snow. Because navigating the train changes and mountain lifts can be a bit overwhelming, the day trip to the Jungfraujoch top is an excellent way to ensure you have a seamless, stress-free experience. You can find a link for that best-sealing journey in the description below. 2. The Lauterbrunnen Valley of Waterfalls. Next, we head to a place that looks like it was pulled straight from the pages of a fantasy novel. The Lauterbrunnen Valley. This deep, U-shaped glacial valley is world-renowned for its 72 cascading waterfalls, sheer limestone cliffs, and lush green meadows dotted with traditional brown Swiss cows. It's so beautiful that it famously served as the inspiration for Rivendell in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. Reaching the valley is incredibly simple and convenient. A direct train from Interlaken Ost will have you arriving in the heart of the village in just 22 minutes. If you're traveling by car or taxi, it's a quick 15-minute drive through the winding mountain roads. The star of the show is the Staubach Fall, which plunges nearly 300 meters from a hanging cliff right next to the village. You'll feel the vibration of 20,000 liters of water per second thundering past you. Because the valley floor is relatively flat and incredibly scenic, the relaxing e-bike tour is the absolute best way to see the hidden corners of the valley and enjoy a Swiss picnic without missing a single viewpoint. We've included the link for you in the description. 3. Mürren. If you want to escape the valley floor and get even higher into the clouds, the car-free village of Mürren is your next essential stop. Perched precariously on a cliff edge 400 meters above Lauterbrunnen, Mürren offers what many consider to be the most intimate and spectacular view of the big three peaks anywhere in Switzerland. The journey to Mürren is an adventure in itself, involving a scenic combination of rail and bus. You take the R62 train to Lauterbrunnen and then hop on the 141 bus toward the Stechelberg cable car station, or you can take the gondola from Lauterbrunnen up to Gruyères and catch a charming narrow-gauge mountain train along the ridge. The whole trip takes about 40 minutes. If you have the Swiss Travel Pass, the journey all the way up to Mürren is usually fully covered, making this one of the most budget-friendly ways to see high-altitude Swiss scenery. Mürren is a place where time seems to stand still. Without cars, the only sounds you'll hear are the wind through the pines and the distant sound of waterfalls. It's the perfect starting point for the hike to the Schildhorn, or a stroll through the village to admire the weathered timber chalets. For a more organized experience that covers both the valley below and this cliffside gem, a small group tour to Lauterbrunnen and Mürren is a fantastic way to ensure you see the highlights of both elevations in one day. Check the link in the description for more details. 4. Grindelwald. Known far and wide as the Glacier Village, Grindelwald is nestled in a verdant valley basin surrounded by a formidable mountain amphitheater. It's a paradise for hikers, thrill seekers, and anyone who wants to feel the scale of the Alps. You can reach it via a direct 40-minute train ride from Interlaken or a 33-minute bus ride on the M41 route. The main attraction here is Grindelwald First, often called the Top of Adventure. After a scenic 25-minute gondola ride to the summit, you can test your nerves on the first cliff walk by Tissot, a narrow metal walkway that clings to the side of the cliff and extends 45 meters out over a sheer drop. If you plan on doing the first cliff walk, try to get to the gondola station right when it opens. By midday, the line for the Instagram-famous glass platform at the end of the walkway can be quite long. For those who prefer a more serene connection with nature, the hike from First to Bacalpsee is a must. This blue jewel of the Alps is a mountain lake that, on a clear day, provides a perfect mirror reflection of the snow-capped Schreckhorn. Since the trails can vary in difficulty and weather conditions can change quickly, joining a guided hiking tour to Bacalpsee is a great way to explore the mountains safely while learning about the local flora and fauna. We've linked a great hiking option for you in the description below. 5. Bernese Oberland. For those who want to experience the sheer variety of the region, from medieval history to lakeside castles, a grand tour of the Bernese Oberland is essential. This area isn't just about the high peaks. It's about the culture that sits in their shadows. You'll want to start with Bern, the Swiss capital. Unlike most world capitals, Bern has maintained its historical features so well that the entire Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Wander through its 6 kilometers of arcades, watch the famous Zeitglocke clock tower strike the hour, and visit the Bear Park. Then move toward the shores of Lake Thun. Here, the town of Spiez offers one of the most beautiful bays in Europe, dominated by a castle that looks like it belongs in a storybook. Further along the lake, the town of Thun itself invites you to walk its raised sidewalks and explore its 12th century castle. If you're interested in seeing the hidden side of the Oberland, consider visiting the mist-covered St. Beatus Caves and the fairy-tale Oberhofen Castle. The most efficient way to explore all of these amazing destinations is via a private car tour to the Swiss villages and castles. This allows you to skip the wait times of public transport and see 4 or 5 major landmarks in a single day. You can find that private experience linked in the description below. 6. Gruyères. If your dream of Switzerland involves rolling green hills, tinkling cowbells, and of course, world-class food, then a trip to Gruyères is a non-negotiable. Located about 2.5 hours from Interlaken by train, this medieval hilltop town is the birthplace of the famous cheese that shares its name. The village itself is perfectly preserved, with cobblestone streets leading up to the 13th century Gruyère Castle. But for many, the real highlight is the gastronomy. You can visit La Maison de Gruyère to see how the cheese is produced, or head to the nearby Maison Caillère in Brock to dive deep into the world of Swiss chocolate. Navigating the multiple train changes to reach this region can be a bit of a puzzle. So many food lovers prefer to book a private Swiss cheese and chocolate tour. It's a literal tasting journey where you get to sample the best of both worlds without worrying about the timetable. We've placed a link for this delicious day trip in the description. 7. Thun and the St. Beatus Caves. While many travelers treat Thun as a mere transit point, this historic town deserves a place at the top of your itinerary. Situated at the lower end of Lake Thun, where the crystal-clear Aare River flows out towards the capital, Thun is a masterpiece of medieval architecture and lakeside charm. You can reach the town from Interlaken in just 30 minutes by a direct train, but for the ultimate scenic experience, we recommend a more leisurely approach. Taking the numbered 21 bus from Interlaken West takes about 55 minutes, but it is one of the most beautiful bus routes in the country. The road hugs the northern shore of the lake, offering constant views of the Big Three across the water. Along this route, you'll find the entrance to the St. Beatus Caves. Legend has it that a 6th century Irish monk fought a dragon here to claim the caves as his hermitage. Today, you can explore over 1 kilometer of illuminated paths through massive stalactite formations and thundering underground waterfalls. After visiting the caves, continue on the bus to the Sigriswil Panoramic Bridge. This 340-meter-long suspension bridge hangs high above the Gurbe Valley. It's a bit of a thrill if you're afraid of heights, but the view of the Niesen Mountain, Switzerland's pyramid, is unbeatable. If you want to combine these lakeside highlights without checking bus schedules, a scenic tour including the Beatus Caves and a Lake Thun cruise is the perfect way to spend a day. It balances the mystery of the caverns with the relaxation of a boat ride on those famous turquoise waters. You'll find the link in the description. 8. Lucerne and Engelberg. Our final major day trip takes us out of the Bernese Oberland and into central Switzerland to visit the elegant city of Lucerne and the mountain resort of Engelberg. Lucerne is often cited as the most beautiful city in Switzerland, and it's easy to see why. It's about a 2-hour direct train ride from Interlaken via the Brünig Pass, a journey so scenic it's actually part of the Golden Pass Express route. In Lucerne, you must walk across the Chapel Bridge, a covered wooden bridge dating back to 1333, and visit the old town with its beautifully painted facades and the 19th century City Hall. From Lucerne, a short train ride takes you to Engelberg, a high-altitude valley that serves as the base for Mount Titlis. Here, you can ride the Titlis Rotaire, the world's first revolving cable car, which rotates 360 degrees during the ascent to give everyone in the cabin a perfect view of the glacier crevasses below. Because Lucerne and Engelberg are quite a distance from Interlaken, Trying to do both by public transport in a single day can be exhausting. A private day trip to Mount Titlis and Lucerne ensures you have a dedicated driver and guide, allowing you to maximize your time at the summit and still have a relaxed afternoon for chocolate shopping in Lucerne's Old Town. Link is in the description. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to the most breathtaking day trips you can take from Interlaken. From the icy thin air of the Jungfraujoch to the thundering subterranean falls of Lauterbrunnen and the medieval flavors of Gruyères, Interlaken truly is the beating heart of the Swiss Alps. Which of these Swiss adventures has captured your imagination the most? Are you ready to brave the cliff walk at Grindelwald first? Or are you more interested in a quiet afternoon by Lake Thun? Share your thoughts and any Swiss travel tips you've picked up in the comments below. We absolutely love hearing from our global travel community. If you found this guide helpful for your future Swiss planning, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth travel guides and hit that notification bell so you're always updated on our latest adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.